Chapter 2, Burglary Coverage Details. Having laid the foundation, defined burglary, and discussed the importance of burglary insurance in our last video, let us now look at the coverage details where we discuss various components of burglary insurance. In this chapter, we will also list the types of property covered under a burglary insurance policy. Let's start with coverage details. Burglary insurance coverage details can vary depending on the specific policy and insurance provider. However, here are some common elements and coverage details typically found in burglary insurance policies. 1. Covered perils. Burglary insurance policies generally cover losses and damages resulting from theft and burglary incidents. This includes the theft of property, damage caused by burglars during a break-in, and any related expenses. 2. Property coverage. Burglary insurance covers the insured property itself, including residential properties, houses, apartments, condominiums, and commercial properties, offices, stores, warehouses. The policy protects against losses or damages to the structure, fixtures, and permanent installations. 3. Contents coverage. In addition to the property itself, burglary insurance also covers the contents within the insured property. This includes personal belongings, furniture, appliances, electronic devices, inventory, and other valuable items. The coverage applies to losses or damages caused by theft or burglary. 4. Personal belongings outside the insured property. Some burglary insurance policies offer coverage for personal belongings even when they are outside the insured property. This extension of coverage provides protection for items such as laptops, smartphones, jewelry, watches, or other valuable possessions, even when they are not within the physical boundaries of the insured property. 5. Business interruption coverage. Many burglary insurance policies offer business interruption coverage. This coverage compensates businesses for lost income or additional expenses incurred due to a burglary incident that disrupts their operations. It helps mitigate the financial impact of the interruption and allows businesses to continue meeting their financial obligations during the recovery period. 6. Coverage limits. Burglary insurance policies have specific coverage limits, which determine the maximum amount the insurance company will reimburse policyholders for covered losses. These limits can vary depending on the policy and the value of the insured property. Policyholders should ensure that the coverage limits adequately reflect the value of their property and possessions to avoid being underinsured. 7. Deductibles. Policyholders are typically required to pay a predetermined deductible before the insurance coverage kicks in. The deductible is the portion of the claim that the policyholder is responsible for before the insurance company covers the remaining expenses. Higher deductibles often result in lower premiums but require policyholders to bear a larger portion of the financial burden in the event of a claim. It's important to review the specific details of your burglary insurance policy to understand the extent of coverage, any sublimits, deductibles, exclusions, or additional endorsements that may apply. Each policy can have its unique terms and conditions, so it's essential to read and comprehend the policy documents and discuss any questions or concerns with your insurance provider or agent. The next item we are looking at is properties that can be covered under burglary insurance. Burglary insurance policies cover a range of property types, ensuring that both residential and commercial properties can benefit from the financial protection they provide. Here are the main types of property covered under a burglary insurance policy. 1. Residential properties. Burglary insurance extends coverage to various types of residential properties, including houses. Single-family homes, whether they are owned or rented, are eligible for burglary insurance coverage. This includes the structure itself, as well as the contents within, such as furniture, appliances, electronics, and personal belongings. Apartments and condominiums. Individuals residing in apartments or condominium units can also obtain burglary insurance to protect their personal property against theft or damage. The coverage typically includes their belongings within the unit. 2. Commercial properties. Burglary insurance is equally important for businesses to protect their premises, inventory, and assets. Commercial properties covered under burglary insurance may include offices. Businesses operating in office spaces, whether they are small startups or large corporations, can obtain burglary insurance coverage. This protects the contents of the office, such as furniture, computers, equipment, and important documents. Retail stores. Burglary insurance is vital for retail establishments, such as shops, boutiques, supermarkets, and malls. It covers merchandise, cash registers, point-of-sale systems, and other valuable inventory. Warehouses. Businesses with warehouse facilities can safeguard their inventory, equipment, and machinery through burglary insurance. This ensures that any theft or damage occurring within the warehouse is covered, helping to minimize financial losses. It's important to note that the coverage of a burglary insurance policy extends to both the property structure itself and the contents within. This means that not only the physical building but also the belongings or assets kept inside are protected from theft or burglary-related losses. Whether it's a residential property or a commercial establishment, burglary insurance provides the necessary financial protection to individuals and businesses, enabling them to recover from the financial impact of theft or burglary incidents. Emphasis on coverage. One crucial aspect of burglary insurance policies is that the coverage extends to both the property itself and the contents within. This means that policyholders are protected not only against theft or damage to the physical structure but also against losses resulting from stolen or damaged belongings kept inside the property. Let me emphasize this important point. The coverage provided by burglary insurance is twofold. Property structure. Burglary insurance safeguards the physical structure of the property itself. Whether it's a residential property like a house, apartment, or condominium, or a commercial property such as an office, store, or warehouse, the insurance policy covers any damage caused by burglars during unauthorized entry. This includes repairs to doors, windows, locks, or any other structural damage incurred during the burglary. Contents within. Equally significant, burglary insurance covers the contents kept within the property. This includes personal belongings, furniture, appliances, electronics, inventory, or any other valuable assets. In the event of a theft or damage caused by burglars, policyholders can file a claim to seek reimbursement for the stolen items or the cost of repairing or replacing damaged belongings. This aspect of coverage is particularly crucial for businesses that store inventory, equipment, or sensitive data on their premises. By extending coverage to both the property structure and its contents, burglary insurance offers comprehensive protection. Policyholders can have peace of mind knowing that their valuable possessions are safeguarded against theft or damage resulting from burglary incidents. This ensures that individuals and businesses can recover their losses and restore their property and belongings to their pre-loss condition. It's important for individuals and businesses to carefully review the coverage details of their burglary insurance policy to understand the specific items or assets covered, the coverage limits, and any applicable deductibles. This way, they can make informed decisions and tailor their insurance coverage to suit their needs and protect their property and contents effectively. With that, we close our submission on this chapter. Next, we look at the key components of this type of policy.